Yesterday I talked to you about what machine I would start with if I was starting my business today. Today I'm going to talk to you about my Tormek machine and when I like to use it. And this is a great example, which is EDC knives. These are some of your most discerning customers. They usually love their knives and they expect them to look perfect. And that's where I go to my Tormek machine. The other time I use it is Japanese knives because they tend to be harder steel. Using the Tormek angle setter and CBN wheels, which are my favorite, I can grind quickly, I can grind dry, I can use them on super steel knives, and it saves me a ton of time. As your business grows, you can add more gear that you think will be useful. Now I want to show you why and what I'm talking about. Look at the absolutely beautiful results that I get from this machine. This knife literally looks like it came from the factory. Another reason I love Tormeks is when you're doing a coated knife like this black powder coated Kershaw here, you don't want to scratch that powder coating. Very easy to do on a 1x30, but I've never had it happen to me on my Tormek machine. Now, does that mean you can't run a sharpening service with just Tormek machines or a single Tormek machine? Absolutely not. In fact, my buddy Baz, if you follow iSharpen from Australia, he actually runs his entire sharpening service using a Tormek machine, and he's not even using CBN wheels. He's using the traditional wheels on the Tormek and still killing it and running a great business. Another YouTuber that I helped get started is Vinnie the Knife Guy Reno, and Vinnie goes out and does almost everything on a 1x30. He even goes on location. So lots of ways to do this. If you want to get started in knife sharpening and get a bunch of free information, go check out my podcast. I have a 5-episode podcast called The Sharp Life. I add to it regularly. And the very first episode, I talk all about how to enter the sharpening market in a smart fashion so that you do well right out of the gates. There's lots of ways to do this business, as you've seen from the examples I've talked about, from Vinnie to iSharpen, Baz out in Australia, to Cliff Curry in Hawaii, and me here in Alexandria, Virginia. Lots of us are sharpening. Lots of us do it our own in different ways. You can find your own path to success sharpening too. Leave the link to my podcast in this video description.